So welcome to the sixth round of the French Drift Championship. It's a special round as we are at Chamrousse, more than 106,000 meters high. A wonderful round on these mountain roads, and in this episode you'll discover an American driver, Matt Powers, for those who know him, with his bow tie. You'll also discover the Chamrousse track inside the Uniroyal Mustang. Then will come the qualifications and the battles from the special round, but first let's remember what happened during last round at SA for the fifth round. The fifth round happened at Essay at the Circuit du Duc. The drivers did a really good show during the qualifications, especially Nicolas Delorme, who got the pole position, followed by Antoine Amar and Raphaël Zanato. The battles were very tight, and it's Zanato with the Spiceb Mustang who got the win, followed by Benjamin Bouldes and Romain Soukas. So Raphael on the highest place of the podium, followed by Benjamin on the second place and Romain third place. Laurent Roussel for the fourth place. Really happy for this second place, and also happy for Raphael's victory. For me, a second place is still a good deal for the championship. First podium, I'm really happy. Last one was last year at Les Noms. A lot of pressure, mainly with Laurent Cousin. It was a really complicated battle as we went until the sudden death. But we beat that pressure. Now we have to do our best to be on the podium at the end of this year.
Des lunettes de soleil, mais surtout un nœud papillon rouge.
Sunglasses and his famous bow tie. Let me introduce you to Mr.
My name is Matt Powers, and we're here in Chamrousse for the Championnat de France de Drift.
This American driver came to visit the French Drift Championship.
We're having a fun time. The track is really fun. It's cool to drive in the mountain roads. And yeah, it's really nice. I'm excited.
And the atmosphere seemed to please him.
So far, all the drivers are really cool here. Everyone's like a really nice community, and it's a good spirit.
It's the first time for him on the mountain roads.
This is a really pretty landscape, like all the trees and the altitude and the track. It's really beautiful up here. So it's definitely better than a racetrack, like in the dirt. It's much cooler, so I like it.
Discover for Matt Powers this weekend is the telemetry, as in the USA, rating is established only by the judge.
That was a nice run from Bertrand. We're sharing the car, so I'm glad he didn't crash. Thank you.
And for the other drivers, what does the Togay changes? It's nice, but it's uphill, so you need a lot of horsepower. As it's not my case, I really need to be aggressive. It seems that not only the car goes up, yeah, there's a good adrenaline rush as you go uphill. With the cliff on your side, there's really no place for mistake. On the technical side, there's also a need to adapt to these unusual conditions. Here we are at around 200 meters high. There's less oxygen, which means less power, so we have to play a little bit more than usual on the tire settings. 8. Difficult terrain, an impressive view, 3 components for a one-of-a-kind racetrack. It's one of the best. Most are blind corners, so you don't know what's gonna happen when you exit. It's really awesome. So now a little portrait of Nicolas Monnoir. He'll tell you about his kinda complicated season with some slam dunk like at Tours and some mechanical problems, but there's not a lot you can do when it happens. Nicolas' Nissan Skyline isn't your usual Skyline. The engine is a 4.6-liter V8 supercharged, and it's a Japanese chassis with an American engine for more reliability. Well, the supercharger upgrade is recent, so we have some troubles with the map settings. A problem that cost him a top 32 during last round at SA. Yes, I did hit a rail last round. I have some misfiring due to the mapping, and so I did a regrip that sent me directly to the guard rail, but hopefully nothing too bad. Originally from Geneva, this enthusiast is also a nice track instructor 1 month a year in Lapland. When he discovered drifting 4 years ago, it was an evidence for him. I already have great experience in the car industry, but nothing compared to drifting. I started from zero at the end of 2012, but settled myself fast due to my experience on ice. A lot of similarities, but big difference speed-wise and grip-wise. Also, I was used to mainly four-wheel drives. There's a lot of difference of angles, you know. Today, this 24-year-old man is 9th at the ranking, but we still hope to be able to access to the podium. My objectives at the start of the season was to be in the top 7. Now I'll try to stay in the top 10, which will still be a good result for this year. But I'm already focused on 2015 and work on the car for more power and reliability. Despite all these troubles, he is focused on the pleasure this weekend. The track is awesome and the staff here is really great. So we're really happy to be here, and I hope to do my best this weekend. I invite you now to discover the track in the Uniroyal Mustang. You'll discover Uniroyal Race here at Chamrousse. It's a go. First gear, second, third gear. Then the official start line reflected by the 2 cones on the side, and the initiation for the mortal corner to the exterior clip on your right. Then transition to the wall, left turn with the clip number 2. Go through the Uniroyal arch to the last corner and the third clipping on the outside, and hit the finish line. So the drivers had a lot of fun during the trainings, but now the serious things are starting with the qualifications. Judges gonna rate them on 2 rounds, judging the angle and speed and precision to the clipping points. What happened during these qualifications? Romain Soukas ended at the 10th place, just in front of Matt Powers, guest for this race at the 11th place. Mike Hoffman 9th place. Jocelyn Janin, local drifter, 8th place. Antoine Amarth 7th place. Nicolas Monnoir 6th place. Laurent Russeil 5th place. Clément Avilés 4th place. I'm really satisfied, really satisfied with the third place today. With a lot of work yesterday and a lot of testing, all the drivers are getting stronger and stronger and harder to beat. And if I do work on my car, they also do this. So even if my level is getting better and better, there is getting better too. It's a technical track going uphill with a lot of changes grip-wise. And today there's a lot of fog, no rain, but when the fog is here, the road is a little bit more slippery.
Plus que content.
Yeah, I'm really happy for this qualification.
Ça me fait très plaisir parce que je prends une revanche sur l'année dernière. L'année dernière, j'ai même pas pu faire mes qualifications. J'ai encore une fois cassé.
It's been 4 years for me since I'm drifting. I'm more used to these kind of roads. Don't think I'm a hooligan, but it's more my kind of stuff, you know.
S'habituer à ces parcours-là que sur circuit. Non,
I
franchement,
can't wait to go to battles, and for me it's the best round ever.
J'attendais avec impatience.
I am really satisfied with my 2 runs, but when you're downhill, you don't really know what to expect, and you also don't really know what others drivers did. Yeah, so we are really satisfied of the run, but you are always waiting for others drivers' ranking. It's an important race this weekend because there's a special coefficient point. It's a 1.5 coefficient, so you'll get more points that you get usually. You must not make mistake. For the weather, it's really not easy. The fog is really heavy, so you didn't know really what to expect during these qualifications. Trainings are done, the qualifications are done, now the drivers are gonna run 1 against 1. We're used to this now. Here comes the time for the battles. It's really not easy when you're a follower with this kind of fog, but all went well, and I really appreciated this run against Yvon, which I'm starting to get used to be against. Well, it was a kind of complicated battle, very hard. I wanted to do a bit too much, and I did a lot of mistake, and in the end it's gonna cost me some points. Yeah, it was great side of the fog, which was a real difficulty. It was a real spot with the walls and Julien, which is a good driver. So top 8 is Benjamin Boulbès against Jocelyn Janin. Really good run from Benjamin and Jocelyn to the clipping point. Now Jocelyn as leader against Benjamin. Really good run from Jocelyn. Now Benjamin is getting closer from Jocelyn, but it's a 6-4 for Jocelyn. For this battle, Laurent Rousset against Thierry Dubois. Thierry Dubois does like this race as he ended the 4th place last year here. A big mistake from Laurent, who went on the wrong side of the clipping point. Thierry Dubois, who's got the advantage. A lot of distance from Laurent Rousset. It's a 6-4 for Thierry Dubois. Nicolas Delorme against Nicolas Menoir with Raphael's Mustang. But it's a spin out, and it's 10-0 for Nicolas Delorme. On the second run, Nicolas Monnois, which is getting pretty good. A transition. Nicolas Delorme is running really conservative and is assured to go to the top 4. Laurent Cousin against Antoine Amar. You can see a little mistake from Antoine. He did a spin out, so it's a 10-0 for Laurent Cousin. Now Antoine for the second run. Antoine as leader, big distance, but a really good line for the BMW. Antoine Amar that does a really good run, but sadly will not be enough to go to the top 4. So Benjamin Boulbest against Thierry Dubois. Benjamin on the BMW and Thierry on the S13. A little mistake from Thierry. Benjamin is getting a lot of distance from Thierry, and it's a 7-3 for Benjamin Boulbest. Second run, Thierry Dubois starts really well. Benjamin keeps quite a lot of distance, nice transition, and Benjamin is getting closer. Will be a 6-4 for Thierry Dubois. Still a nice battle, but Benjamin goes through. Laurent Cousin against Nicolas Delorme, the two drivers from the team Terence car. It will be a 7-3 for Laurent Cousin. Nicolas will have a lot of work to get to the final on the second round. Nicolas takes the exterior. Laurent is staying quite a bit close. Nicolas does his best with a really great line. It will be 6-4 for Laurent Cousin. So the small final is Nicolas Delorme against Thierry Dubois. A really good line from Nicolas, and you can see a little mistake from Thierry. So on this first run, Nicolas Delorme gets 8-2. Second run, a lot of fog as you can see. Really nice clip from Thierry. Nicolas hit the clipping, but he's getting closer on the exit, and it's a 5-5, so it's Nicolas Delorme who wins the third place. So the final, Benjamin Boulbest against Laurent Cousin. They know each other pretty well, they battle quite often, and it will be a 6-4 from Benjamin Boulbest. Now Laurent Cousin as leader for a really aggressive run for both drivers. Benjamin does his best to get close to Laurent Cousin, and it will be a 6-4 from Benjamin Boulbest. So on the third place, Nicolas Delorme, which is applauded by the staff and spectators. Second place, Laurent Cousin and Benjamin Bulbes, first place. Now time for champagne and a little shower for Matt Powers. So I had a good qualification, and being on the podium with my teammate Laurent is really an awesome feeling, you know. And I still did show that Power don't do everything. It was a real pleasure to be on this track, really a good track, an awesome track, a real technical one, but it's really a huge pleasure to drive here. I give you rendezvous to Les Denons for the final at the end of September. Gonna be a huge fest of drifting. I'm really happy. I don't know what to say. I want to thank everyone here. Thanks to the public and friends and the team. Vive Chamrousse and see you soon. Oh yeah, I got the first place in the qualifications and the first place during the race. So what can I ask for? It was a tough battle against Laurent Cousin, but it's a huge personal satisfaction. It's a lot of points gaining to the championship, but nothing is done, and I'll stay focused till the end of the championship. I would really like to thank all my team. So today, this one is for you guys. See you soon on the tracks. We had a tough weekend with a really good show. I would really like to thank the city of Chamrousse, all the people who helped to this event. Really nice to be able to organize this race. Rendezvous the 26th and 27th of September at Les Denons for the final of the French Drift Championship. A special race with 2 coefficients. Who will be the champion this year of the French Drift Championship? Mystery.